What's going on, guys? Midnight, late night episode. It's about to be 1 a.m. What the hell am I saying? Who cares, though? Because we are going live discussing the terrible, miserable loss that the Denver Nuggets endured 118 to 145 against the New York Knicks at home. I know they lost to the Utah Jazz. And it's crazy. I don't know if it was back to back. It's just like the Knicks, they always go hard. That's the thing with the way head coach Tom Thibodeau does for every team, even like take Chicago Bulls, Derrick Rose, or their teams, for example. They played so hard, or it's how we probably got injured. But really, though, yeah, they throttled the whole team for the Denver Nuggets, considering Jokic. I wouldn't say it was a bad game, but Jamal definitely had that one. Like, I didn't like his post game comments. I don't like Jamal, but he's essential to the team. We need him. The simple fact of the matter is that the Denver Nuggets just, yeah, it's one of those games where you just can't forget about it. And it's like now you have to figure out where this means, where there's this middle ground to get better, be better, to know that this is very serious about how you're going to be a title contending team trying to make a name for yourself with one of the veteran guards in this league who is searching for their first championship in Russell Westbrook. So to say that this game doesn't matter is complete, and I'll excuse my language, it's total bullshit. It's such bullshit at the fact that Russell Westbrook is 36 now. Jokic is about to be 30 come February. And everybody who says that the Denver Nuggets don't have the capability, the talent, the potential, whatever you want to call it, that's a lie because the Nuggets, call it what you want, man. Like they said it's normal, or not normal, it's awakening, or it's necessary sometimes to get quote punched in the face, as Jokic or other players said, because you need that wake up call, or you need that eye opener for moments like this where, are you really this good of a team? Are you really as good as people say you are? And the Denver Nuggets, this will be the first segment, by the way. You can't just rely on Jokic, obviously, to do all the work. It's never going to work like that. You need Jamal Murray, MPJ, Peyton Watson, whoever's replaced or currently starting for Aaron Gordon while he's gone with that hamstring injury, and just take over. Christian Brown had a bit of a bad, not even a bit, he had a bad defensive game, even, for example. Everybody from defense, then there was the offense. It just didn't work. And this is exactly the biggest concern right now is like, are they really serious about taking taking their game to the next level? Are they serious about getting back to the finals and facing, either it could be the Celtics, it could be the Cavs, the Knicks, even, who cares? Just getting back there is the goal, and to win it all is even the bigger one. So that's just a little bit of my takes. Like I said, I didn't like Jamal's comments. I don't like the way he responded or acted, but it's who we got. We need him now more than ever, considering it's just like everybody's put pressure on saying there should be a trade, something should be happening. It just doesn't make sense. Like, why so many people are now just saying, oh yeah, Jamal Murray is completely washed, or there's nothing going to happen. There has to be a level of responsibility, accountability taken in losses like this, because it would be very nice to hear him say, oh, it could be my fault, or it's not their fault. Everyone around has to work together and contribute. So we'll see how that goes, because the cooperation of every player on this team is important if they want to win that next chip. Other than that, around the association, real quick, it was an NBA Cup night. I just can't believe that, it's only 2 games, yeah, but that's all it takes to be eliminated from the contention within these, what is it called? The not playing, in season tournament. The Chicago Bulls defeated the Wizards 127 to 108. The Milwaukee Bucks come into town in Miami. They steal it 106 to 103. Wow. It's crazy because Miami, now that with Jimmy Butler back, it's just, I don't really like them, but it's just like, what are you going to do against that kind of team with Eric Spoelstra? The Houston Rockets, they traveled to Minnesota and they beat the Timberwolves in overtime, 117 to 111. Like, how else can you defeat a team that doesn't even really look like they show any signs of fatigue? But yeah, Minnesota loses. The Jazz at home get demolished by the Spurs, 128 to 115. The Lakers suffer a big loss, 100 to 127. LeBron James and Anthony Davis, they just couldn't do anything. Cam Reddish sucks. Kevin Durant is back with Bradley Beal and D Book. You got Nurk out there with Trey Jones. This team, man, Phoenix. People say they're not as good as people say they are, but like I think Phoenix is still a bit of a threat for the Nuggets. Because if we were looking at the state, wow, Nuggets are the eighth seed. That's crazy. Minnesota's the 11th. They're near the bottom. And I will point this out. Ever since the Minnesota Timberwolves traded Cat, it's been pretty bad and downhill from there for the T Wolves because they lost not even about the Twin Towers lineup. It's just the fact that they had spacing and shooting and overall a bigger presence with Cat being, I think he was the better center than over Gobert, but we all know that's probably never going to happen again. So the Thunder are sitting comfortably at the first seed. You've got Memphis, the Rockets, the Warriors, really hot teams coming in. The Cavs and the Celtics are still the top two teams in the league with only the East is so bad in terms of like just outright who dominates and who doesn't have control, but who cares, man? At the end of the day, we'll see how it comes really during playoff time and then they'll know who really, has control there. So getting back to it though, the title of this vid, this is the second segment. We all want to know why is it that the NBA uniforms, this isn't even just going for the Denver Nuggets. This goes around for the whole league as of late because there have been some pretty, and I mean very bad, pretty bad, outright terrible jersey designs or uniforms from shorts to obviously, like I said, the jerseys to merch. I want to start off with to say the Denver Nuggets, the 5280, it's just not doing it anymore, man. I don't know if it's because of last year and we're cursed because we lost in game 7 and we unveiled and used these jerseys finally for the first time since, but it's just not going to work. I just feel like instead of 5280, they should really bring back obviously simply Denver or the Nuggets or maybe say something like, I don't know, Colorado or just Denver Nuggets, something DN. Just because a lot of uniforms, like take the Celtics, for example, it's pretty boring if you keep seeing the green and white, white and green, black and green, or there's been gold, white and green. There have been so many terrible uniforms. Even for the Lakers, they've had some pretty bad ones. Like they did bring back the retro Minneapolis Lakers, like blue and yellow. It's so strange. Or even the Grizzlies, like red jerseys. Like so many teams have, like the Mavericks have had green jerseys. It's so strange to see different teams with all these different colors. But I mean, hey, the Miami Heat have tried meshing all their their letters and different fonts of jerseys they use, which was really weird. But I don't know, man. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys think. Like the video, share it, subscribe. I'm one subscriber away from being able to go live on my phone, guys. So definitely would appreciate if anybody shows some love or subscribes that is new to this vid. But yeah, guys, the simple fact is that it's just really bad to see how the NBA, like if it's the marketing or whoever does the designing on the team, they really should allow outside of the NBA designers to help co-design certain jerseys or publish, revise, edit, figure out some stuff for the overall marketing or just aesthetic because it's not really a good thing if nobody's going to buy your jerseys and especially when they're probably the same rehash just with a different color or different slight colorway, it's not going to work like that. So let me know in the comments how would you want to improve the aesthetic, the overall outlook of jerseys or merchandise because the NBA is kind of getting worn out. I've seen better designs on third party sites rather than the NBA or official team sites. So, yeah, guys, it's just outright either a curse, it's something you don't want to see every day, it's just something that you can't avoid, even considering how the NBA is just, they love to milk or just pretty much give every single thing to the audience or their own fan bases. So only so much you could do, but even then, quality over quantity any day, guys. Just remember that. I want to bring this up, by the way, because this is a bit of a topic I was already biting my tongue on for the last few weeks because the WNBA has been not out of commission, I would say, but they've just been in the off season. And the WNBA expansion draft news, it's interesting to say because they have the newest team for the Golden State Valkyries. It's so crazy how Golden State or San Francisco, Oakland, whatever the hell you want to call it in the Bay Area, if the Valkyries get to pick a player from every single team, that's how it's going to work ultimately. They get to pick one player, an unprotected player from every team. It's going to be extremely hard to see. Like certain players might go. It depends on if they'll be able to pick up unrestricted free agents or whoever's that good. Yeah, they'll be able to play at the Chase Center. Um, it's so interesting like how you can either pick up an unrestricted free agent, but you have to core their player, or you can be just picking up unprotected players one by one from each team. So, yeah, the WNBA will at least allow teams to protect 6 players. They all submit their rosters by Monday afternoon. Wow, this is going to be interesting. I think, let's see here. Who is so Natalie Nakase? I don't know who she is, but let me look her up. I can't tell if she's the one who was with the Aces. I think she is. Yeah, she was from the Clippers. Now she's with the Valkyrie. Wow, this is going to be interesting. Yep, she was with the Aces. Well, that is going to be very fun considering it's got so much to do with who knows how they're going to run the league in not the league, the new team that takes into effect into the league. The commissioner herself, I don't even know if like they're going to be prepared considering it's like you got Toronto, Portland. There's so many potential places they want Cleveland, St. Louis, Denver. So many people just to figure out where they're going to land a team and establish a new market for the WNBA. There are so many fans. And well, from Kate Martin, there are so many players who are what is it here? Let's see. ESPN, I don't base things off. I don't really like ESPN, but they made a mock projection for who gets to stay. I want to read some of these players or the names on the list because it's just so funny how they've already figured out like how yeah, they got a whole list of people already figured out in terms of what is this here? If they're going to already like just be protecting what is it? 6 players. The Lynx obviously will more than likely protect Nafisa Collier, Alana Smith, Courtney Williams, Bridget Carlton, McBride. They could protect either Diamond Miller. They could protect Orca Uhas. I'm sure they'll find a way to get Natisha Heidemann back if they have to wait till, you know, free agency. It is pretty much free agency. Or if they find a way to re sign her to a new contract. There's so many players from Alyssa Pila. Like, there's so many good players. Chechi, Cecilia Zandalicini. Let's see here. Las Vegas Aces would obviously have to give up either Kate Martin or somebody in particular. I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, this is a very interesting way of who will be protected. And if not, like we can look into every comment. Let's see here. I'm trying to see where the video is. Ah, here it is on ESPN. Excuse me. So for the Atlanta Dream, they're more than likely going to protect, yeah, their core 5 of Alicia Gray, Naz Hillman, Rin Howard, uh, Niadiu, Jordan. There's a lot. I don't want to have to keep just saying names to bore you guys, but everyone's going to have to protect their 6, probably 6 women, whoever gets to stay. Let's see. Reserved RS. Restricted free agent. I see how this is going to work. Yeah, there's a lot of players on these teams who are going to be perfectly fit to either be traded to be listed in for the expansion draft. And the scary thing about the expansion draft is that there's no guarantee if that player, well, obviously they're not going to probably be on that team forever, but it's just like, man, imagine it's like the Hunger Games where your name just gets selected and then you have to go fight, right? Um, but yeah, guys, that rhymed. The WNBA expansion, I think is it the 6th or 7th? Let me double check. It is December 6th, actually. Wow. Each of the 12 teams will submit of 6 players that they are protecting. Yep. And yeah, that is a bit of a scary day because it's just like, well, if the WNBA is truly expanding for more teams, more players, that just only means that it will get a lot harder for any team from the Liberty to Minnesota Lynx to so many others to, I wouldn't even just say repeat, to even get to the championship alone is probably one of the hardest things. So, but we never know truly how this will go. If everything goes well, and I believe it will, the the WNBA I think is in a good position probably to get some future viewership because they have lost viewers. It's not even crazy, man. Like, yeah, it has gone up lately because of Caitlin Clark, and I'm not trying to throw any shade, any hate out there, but it's like before Caitlin Clark even came into the WNBA, nobody took it seriously. And it's unfortunate, but it's true because, like, think about it. You've never seen generational talent. Say if Jokic, or they had a female version of Jokic, or LeBron, or somebody just breaking records every single time, they would probably be freaking out because it's like, wow, they've never seen a player like this. But when somebody else does it, like say Caitlin Clark against Cheryl or anybody breaking records, it's all of a sudden, oh, they hate this player because she's white or it's a double standard. I don't care about that. Just enjoy the game. Like, who cares about like if they're a different color than you or if they're breaking your records faster? We should be proud for them. But in this day and age, women love to hate women or everybody all around. So yeah, guys, that's gonna do it for this episode of Mr. Exquisite Nugget. Leave the vid a like, share it, subscribe, get new subscribers, get more people to view this channel because we are one subscriber away from being able to go live anywhere, anytime with my mobile devices. So, yeah, guys, be safe. Love you guys. As always, Nafisa Collier.